Yeah! With music and engines screaming, you pick your car, driver, and weapons, then slam into gear. With world-famous race announcer Larry Supermouth Huffman at the mic and some of the greatest rock and roll music of all time setting the tone, it's time for The Line. Using laser cannons, cluster bombs, and super boosters to annihilate your competition, your racing skills are pitted against a truly gruesome field of lead-footed crazies as you race to different planets. Better yet, with each checkered flag, your pile of cash grows and so does your buying power. More weapons, more engines, more armor. So back off, wimps. This race ain't for no Sunday drivers. This is Rock and Roll Racing from Silicon and Synapse, published by Interplay, released in 1993. It's a racing game, racing combat game. Silicon and Synapse, you may know from their more common known name, Blizzard Entertainment, was released for the Mega Drive and Genesis and SNES in 93. Prominently features a number of popular heavy metal and rock songs in the soundtrack, hence the title, and was ported to the Game Boy Advance in 2003. It was originally developed as RPM2, a sequel to the company's SNES RPM Racing. At the end of the project, Interplay Marketing added licensed music and changed the title. It's also similar in gameplay to Racing Destruction Set, and has the same engine as the NES game RC Pro-Am, developed by Rare in 1988. Basic lapping game, racing game, where you gotta do some laps. Nothing too new or exciting there. But there's emphasis on attacking your competitors' vehicles, so you always have full health just a few seconds after blowing up. The only harm is done by falling behind and not placing in the top 3, I suppose. There's passwords, there's all that other stuff. Pardon me. Here's the thing. In 2003, Blizzard released a Shockwave-based demo version of the GBA port on its website. And in 2014, a demo version featuring 3 tracks was added to BattleNet, emulated through ZSNES. So there you go. GamePro gave the Genesis version a mixed review. They praised the Versus mode and rockin' soundtrack with driving appropriate tunes, but criticized the weak sound effects and remarked the game and the graphics, and digitized voice are worse than the Super Nintendo version. Rock and Roll Racing was awarded Best Driving Game in 1993 by EGM. Now, I don't know if you've noticed this, but there seems to be a trend here. Whenever we've done a game that's been both on the Genesis and the Super Nintendo, oftentimes it's always been called worse on the Genesis. So, it's not just like, hey, Sega do what Nintendo don't. Get the worst of the ports, I guess.